Hello, my name is Miley. I'm a brand new YouTuber. I actually have one video, two of them, but I don't really. That was a year ago. But now I actually am more serious about what I want to do and what I want to do in this life with people, helping. And I just want to help people come back to God. That's why, if you see, my name is God's Shepherd. I came to that realization that I feel like I'm God's shepherd because I want to bring people back to God, back to Him. Like I just picture myself like actually guiding people into like a place to bring them together because we really are God's children. I know there might be some atheist people out there, which they are part of my audience as well. um, I just want to bring you guys close to God, the same way I got close to Him. My main point with this YouTube channel is to bring information to you that I went through, tell you my experience, so you know what it feels to have God in your life. And I'm just a regular person, just like you. As you can see, I'm in my attic right now. It's cold. Well, it's getting cold outside, so I got a hoodie on, my bandana. But I wrote down some things when I first, well, one of the first few times that I found God in my life, or He manifested Himself in my life. And I just want to share it with you guys. And after, I'll tell you more things about it. In the beginning, everything was like a dream come true. Those dreams you portrayed in your mind that makes you believe it's not even possible. We met at a time where I thought my life was perfect and I had everything I ever wanted. Good relationship with my partner and those so-called friends that were around me. I come from a home where my life was limited to a certain point. Strict mother, kind of abusive at the same time. But to me, I thought it was her way of loving me and taking care of me. Alcohol was a big part of my life, including weed. I felt so cool and untouchable. I drank almost every day, never had money for the bills, but I always had money for alcohol and the weed. I thought this was the way me and my ex-partner bonded. We had cats as pets, and my little family felt more real every day that went by. Time went by, my relationship just got worse and worse. Keeping in mind, I thought this was the way I thought relationships were supposed to be, the good and the bad and all that stuff. But we all know that there's always a limit. Me not knowing what the limit is or was at that time, it drove me to deal with things I would have never dealt with right now at this point in my life. With alcohol and weed being a big part of my relationship, you can only imagine how things went. Encountering myself with moments where I just asked God, is this ever gonna stop or change? Time went by, the relationship truly got worse than that. I'm only gonna share a couple things. I'm gonna start little by little, no exposing all the things all at once. Time went by. I got offered a toilet, the tank of the toilet, if I wanted to be hit by it, because my ex-partner was angry. And I just responded with a yes, do it. But in the inside, I was very scared. I was slowly becoming disappointed with this person, but for some reason I couldn't find myself leaving this madness. I stayed wanting to help this person change and giving multiple chances, but nothing really changed at the end. We moved into our last apartment before breaking up. I was so fed up with everything. I did not know how to make all those feelings disappear. Alcohol and weed wasn't changing or enhancing anything. I proceeded to try other heavy substances out of curiosity. But I know deep down I needed something to numb the pain and disappointments. Some of those so-called friends I mentioned previously were also a part of this act. They already did it before, the substances. And they seemed so normal with it, I thought I could be the same way myself. My ex-partner bought it for us and we just went home and decided to try the new thing. The feeling was something you can pray for to heal you, but it is the worst kind of healing, if you ask me. I found myself wanting more, while at the same time wanting to control it. It was a fight to witness with your own eyes. The time came when thoughts rushed through my mind while looking at an eyebrow blade staring at me, calling me to use it on my wrist. I told myself, or a voice, something in me said, wouldn't it be fun to just try it? And another thought came right away, rushing, telling me, nah, no, it's not. It's not worth it. I immediately put it down and went back outside to continue taking more of the substances. After that night, I woke up empty and back to those feelings I thought disappeared. I had two jobs at the same time. My ex-partner went back to his own island, which is in the Pacific. I found myself alone in our apartment, feeling more empty than ever. um, I finally had a breakthrough, and I looked at myself in the mirror, begging God to take my pain away so I can be normal again. I lost most of my curly hair, face full of acne, drowning on my sorrows and pain. Um, 2 days went by, and I noticed I feel lighter in my belly and in my chest. I started to wonder if God really listened to me, and I was slowly healing my soul and was slowly healing my soul. But I actually forgot to put a part where I actually look at myself in the mirror, and I did ask God to take my pain away. And it was such a feeling, like I just felt like I had no other choices. The drugs weren't helping it, the alcohol, my partner left the town, the country for a whole month. So I was there by myself, facing all my demons, facing everything. Demons I didn't even know I had. And it was insane. It was very intense, I can tell you that. But let's continue. Um, the pain started to go away within 2 days, as I was saying. And I started seeing angelic numbers everywhere. I was seeing 2, 3, 6. I thought I was losing my mind, thinking the drugs left a long effect on me and I was not hallucinating. But if you guys are familiar with spirituality, you would know that seeing numbers is a sign, that you're on the right track, or God is guiding you, or your angels, the higher self, anything you want to, however you want to see it. And turns out I was really not. I googled the numbers and the answers felt heartwarming, like my body knew what it was. That's what it wanted to hear. After a month, my ex-partner comes back home from his island, and I wanted to break things off, go and search for something more fulfilling for me, because that time, him being gone, it really opened my eyes to how codependent I was on his happiness, and how many wrong things, the relationship, the toxic, many more things that happened. I wanted to go in search of something more fulfilling for me. I knew God was working wonders on me when I did not stop myself from living this life I knew for 4 years behind. I got in a Greyhound for 6 hours away from the airport I was heading to. On the way, it felt like I was on a movie, those movies you watch where the character finally breaks free and starts fresh. But in this case, it was my own movie I was observing from within. I decided to fly out to a friend I met. He happened to live 11 states away from what I call home. And I actually left it there because after that, that's been 2 years after this already. And life has just been interesting. I can tell you that. I had a lot of ups and downs, and God has always been there. Always, always. Even when I wasn't even aware of it. And now I look back to those times that I was struggling, and I'm just like, wow, he really was there, because how come I'm standing here right now? And I did a lot of heavy stuff, substances, let's say, how I was saying. I don't really want to put words out there. I don't know how YouTube works. And it was just crazy. I really stopped believing in God for a minute too. I thought that there wasn't no God. If he was there, like, he would really like present himself or manifest himself in my life. And that's when you know that when you don't believe and something happened, it's because he really wants you to believe. But that, for right now, that's what I'm gonna share. I got a lot of things to share with you guys, more experiences, more struggles, more times when I pray so hard for things to change in my life. And yeah, but that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys stick around to see what else most I have to share with you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much.